good morning to you. Good morning to you, and welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Wednesday. Yeah. That's how some folks pronounce it, Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Man, hope all is well. Those of you who are still on the job, you did the night shift and you're just getting ready to wrap up at 7 o'clock. Those of you who are just heading to work, folks, I urge you to be very cautious on the road. On the way down this morning, I witnessed an accident, man. Oh my goodness, I felt it for this lady this morning. Coming from work, falling asleep on the vehicle, running off the road. Still have to be thankful for life, man. It's, when, we got there and the van stopped, I looked at the vehicle and I said, there must be some fatality in this. But the lady was there just sitting, no cuts. Of course, there will be some side effects. And as I said to her, make sure you check the doctor because there must be whiplash or something. I felt it for her, yeah. Coming from the JOB, apparently she must have worked she works at the airport. And coming to do that, that early morning flight with JetBlue. Falling asleep on the way home, man. Folks, with the season, I urge you to be careful, okay? Be careful. Mary Ebank says, good morning. Good morning, Mary. So too does Veronica Sandy. Good morning, Gordon, Innocent, Joseph, GB, and everyone. Blessed day to you. Catherine Phillips says, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, and same to you, Catherine. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada, Carrie, Kupidi, Martinique. Blessings and Merry Christmas to all my family and friends. Have a wonderful, safe day ahead, everyone, from New York. Monica Mayrose Williams says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Monica. Hope you're doing fine. Hope all is well. Hope you had a great night. All those of you who are just waking up. Yep. Hope you all are doing fine. Life is a challenge, man. Meet the challenge and beat it, you understand? Sometimes we do get overwhelmed, but, face your challenge. They're there to make you stronger. When you pass that, you look back and you say, I survived this, then I can face anything. That's the way I do it, Sometimes you wonder, well, where did that come from? Out of nowhere. Folks, it's 25 minutes on to 7. Cricket lovers, West Indies did it again. Of course not. They did not win. They lost again. Man. Cricket, and West Indies. Can't bet on West Indies, boy. I don't know how some folks get involved in the illegal betting. England gave a very, very, good show of themselves. 267 for 3 wickets. Wow. West Indies collapsing for 192 in the 16th over. Don't understand why Kyle Mayer is playing still. Anyways, I ain't starting this conversation to raise my blood pressure. My pressure tablet done. So I have to keep it low. Oh my goodness me. Alright, so everybody's fine. I hope Christmas is right here on us. Yeah, preparation, some folks going whole night. I don't know, man. And the day goes so fast. Before you know it, you have breakfast and you have lunch and then it's night. But so much time, energies, and efforts are placed into this Christmas thing. This season called Christmas. Yep. Let's see what's going on with the program this morning. Let's see what's the word of the day. The word of the day, it's bowdlerize. 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 Some folks say Z. Yeah, Bowdlerize. Bowdlerize. Now, Bowdlerize, okay, here, let me give it as it is. In its strictest sense, Bowdlerize a book, to Bowdlerize a book or manuscript, etc., is to modify it by editing so that nothing judged to be morally harmful or offensive remains. Yeah, taking up the toxicity from it. Yeah, that's to Bowdlerize it. In its strictest sense, to Bowdlerize a book or manuscript, etc., is to modify it by editing so that nothing judged to be morally harmful or offensive remains. Now, more broadly, Bowdlerize means to modify by abridging, simplifying, or distorting in style or content. It is a verb, right? It's a doing word. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. We can say the publisher's decision to Bowdlerize the classic novel was met with mixed reactions. Yeah. Nice. 21 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This morning I will be joined by an old classmate of mine. He's a senior police officer. Inspector still or superintendent now? Which one, Loxley? Nonetheless, he's Loxley John. He is an author. He's coming to talk to us about 2 books that he will be launching later this week. Or was it done yesterday or today? But he'll be here with us this morning. While at that, I want to say good morning to the folks inside of River Sally and surrounding areas, Latast. Morning, Nedra Roberts. How you doing, girl? Sis, you good? Any green peas up there yet? I ain't see. I must find time. I must get time to pass for the Christmas. Yeah. Oh, but you don't do ham. You're an Adventist now. Okay. Well, don't eat it, just give me. Yeah. Morning to all the officers of the nation. Yeah, the rank and file of the RGPF. Commissioner Don McKenzie. The deputies, good friend Vanny Cohen. The folks in CID, the folks in FIU. You've got your task cut out for you for the season. ASPs, Randall Batista and the ASP Hall. Yeah, the folks from, Beyond the Headlines on Monday night had a very detailed conversation. But nonetheless, it's time for the thought of the day. So it's time for me to say good morning to Nadisha and Kitty Cat and the Sanderson family and Louie and all the folks inside of Cafe and Crushu and Bacolet and surrounding areas. The McQueen. Good morning, Mr. McQueen. How are you doing? Yeah, Cuthbert McQueen, good morning to you. The thought of the day today, take a leap of faith today and watch as new doors of opportunity open. I love this one. Yeah? Take a leap of faith today and watch as new doors of opportunity open. Auntie Elsa, good morning to you. How you do? Yeah, how the Christmas shaping, girl? Uncle Trevs, you alright? Sam, Skeeter, Potty, and the little cousins. Yeah, everybody good? Sam, I'll touch base with you later today, alright? Good, nice. Uncle Glyden, you good? Miss Annie, good morning. How do you do? Joe. Yeah, Mr. Joe Joseph. The swimming trainer. Yeah, everything good? Nice. Well, buzzing this morning, of course, I'm reminding you again that the hunting season is open and it will be closed on the 31st of December. So you've got just a few days left, just about 11 days in which you can hunt the manikou, the tattoo, the ramier, the iguana, and the monkey legally. You can hunt them legally now. What will make it illegal is if you hunt without permission, seeking, people's property that you're going to hunt in. You got to seek the permission, so yeah, make sure you get the permission first. Don't become the hunted. There are lots of people with licensed firearms. So while you might be going to shoot a manikou on a bread nut tree, going to the people's property without permission, you might just become the hunted. So get permission first, alright? Buzzing this morning, vendors who were stationed on Granby and Hillsborough Streets have been relocated to Melville Street close to the fish market. Now, this was due to excessive traffic congestion on Monday. Yeah, so, well, you heard it on Beyond the Headlines on Monday night. Yep, good. Grenada Citizenship by Investment Units cleared the air regarding the statement by Honorable Adrian Thomas, where he suggested that the program is open to all nationalities. Well, that isn't so, all right? Good morning to you, the Honorable Richard Duncan. How you doing, sir? And your team at CBI. Enjoy your Christmas holidays and be watchful and vigilant as you always are. Saying good morning to the folks of Co-op Bank. Good morning. How do you do? Mr. Roger Duncan and the team. Yep. Also heard that the folks are from the Faith program. They're seeking legal redress for non-payments for services they rendered during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're hearing of the rare fish poisoning. Nice. Promised to show you that yesterday, but because we had a double, couldn't do it. We had a double conversation yesterday. Couldn't do it. So, folks, this is where we break off for the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather here on Classic. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. And, so we've got a conversation, like I said. We do have a conversation this morning. I will be joined by Mr. Loxley John. I'm saying Mr. because I'm talking to him in his capacity as an author, not as a police officer. Well, a police is always a police, but yeah, he's got a new book to launch, so we look forward to that conversation, and then we'll see if we have some time that we can share some ideas. So see you on the flip side of 7.
It's a happier holiday when every wish and dream can come alive for those you love and cherish with a loan from Nexa Credit Union. Just think of the experiences you could share, the surprises you could gift, and the memories you could make with a little extra in your pocket this Christmas. Our Happier Holiday Loan is about the happiness and warmth it can bring because there's no need to worry. Unwrap more than just gifts. Experience heartfelt connections and joyous celebrations with family and friends. Get up to $50,000 for home furnishings, renovations, gifts, and more while enjoying easy repayment terms, affordable interest rates, and quick approvals. So, dream a little bigger and enjoy discounts galore at our favorite partner stores. Make your holidays happier with Nexa. Call us at 440-1354. Visit our website at nexacreditunion.com or email us at loans@nexacreditunion.com. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Roy Batiste. The northern parishes were battered on Tuesday by a low-pressure system, resulting in severe flooding and land slippage. My colleague Nisha Peters has this evening's opening report.
Residents in the northeast and northern parts of Grenada have been experiencing a low-pressure system. Areas such as Grenville and surrounding communities, as well as St. Patrick and St. Mark, are grappling with the effects of increased cloud covering, intermittent rainfall, and the onset of flooding. Tricia Miller, a meteorologist with the Grenada Meteorological Office, told GBN they are actively monitoring the system. According to Ms. Miller, this low-pressure system is not uncommon for this time of the year in the region.
During this time of the year, we usually get our rainfall from fronts coming down from the north. So what is affecting us now is a shear line associated with a low-pressure system to the northeast of the island. And most of the activity right now is confined to the northern part of the island. It doesn't mean that the southern part would not receive some rainfall, but because the system is to the north and moving down to the south, that's why at the moment most of it is to the north of the island.
The potential for heavy rainfall poses concern for possible flash floods and landslides in vulnerable areas. Miller encourages residents to take the necessary precautions and stay updated on weather forecasts.
Continue to monitor for updates. Look at the weather before you venture out to sea, especially now when venturing out to sea, because I said the fronts usually affect the seas as well. So just be mindful of that, and before venturing out to sea, you check and see if there are any features close by that may affect the sea, or if there's any heavy showers that may affect visibility while out at sea.
As the low-pressure system continues, there is hope that the weather will improve. However, residents are encouraged to stay tuned to official weather updates and follow safety guidelines provided by local authorities to mitigate the potential risk.
We're looking for improvement in the rainfall as the day progresses, and then we'll monitor for the next few days, because as I said, as far as the fronts come down, then we could see that instability associated with the prefrontal troughs or the shear lines coming down, and we will get some rainfall from them. But for today, we're looking for improvement as the day progresses.
Dr. Terence Walters is the National Disaster Coordinator for NAGMA.
Overnight into this morning, Tuesday, December 19th, we had significant rain north of Grenada, and the Met Office has indicated that we should expect some rain to the south, but the conditions should improve in the north. And that resulted in a number of landslides, trees falling. We had some flooding and all of that, and utility lines compromised, and there are reports of one house that was compromised. And so throughout the day, a number of teams had to be out. So we had the Ministry of Infrastructure, the Royal Grenada Police Force, the NADMA teams, and the general public, community volunteers coming out to assist to clear roads and make sure that people can travel from one place to another.
The Grenada Meteorological Office will continue to closely monitor the situation and provide timely information to the public as the situation unfolds. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
This story to report: street vendors are not happy with the new location they were moved to on Tuesday morning. They are complaining that it is not healthy or conducive for business. Rena Pet Thomas spoke with them today.
Street vendors are demanding a better location to ply their trade, as they claim the foul smell is one of many issues faced on Melville Street, which they contend is not conducive to conducting business.
Uncomfortable. We can't sell here dirty, here filthy, stink, pee, fly. Here, we can't do nothing up here. What are we going to do here? Down here all day inhaling this stuff, this is going to make us sick. It's not good for us. The dirty, filthy water in the back there, a set of garbage, people peeing on the block. It's not healthy for us.
This is Christmas, and up by the fish market here is not a good place at all. Here the hygiene is bad. It stinks. I think they should reach out to the people and make the people feel comfortable.
To be honest, over here it's not bad, but the area is smelly and people complaining about that.
If the rainfall, we foot full of water. Why we had to suffer like that? You know? Yeah. That's sad. Look all here. Look Lolly. Look Lolly. Just think the Lolly where we had to stand up for the whole day. That ain't nice.
They say it's congestion of the traffic. Is that the first time they're blocking off those two streets? This is not the first time they're blocking off the two streets for vendors to sell. It's obvious the first day, with every new thing, there are going to be challenges. So the first day, the traffic was congested because a lot of people entered into town yesterday not knowing that the two streets are blocked off. So obviously, it's going to have a little confusion.
The vendors are not happy with how they are treated, saying they were initially told that for the entire week, they will be able to ply their trade on Hillsborough and Granby Street in St. George.
So either the government gets some place to put vendors that's on the street or do something about it, because this thing is frustrating. Now is the Christmas season and we just have to keep running up and down road, and then when they're ready, they just chuck us in a dirty place. That's unfair.
So where else we gonna go and vend? We all are Grenadians and we live here. I pay tax. I pay me house tax, I pay me INS, I pay me this, I pay everything. And why I have to go through all this problem?
I go and borrow somebody's tent. I want all you to come and watch your tent. Watch your state of the tent. Them people and them who because it's only people coming into town this morning knowing you cannot sell there. Okay? So who don't come early like me, because I know I set up already. We chain up with stuff. Them people just bulldoze everything. And I'm very, this thing really hurt my heart this morning. It ain't hurt me that they say we have to move. It hurt me like how they treat us. You understand? It's how they treat us, how they break up, the table break up. It's thing you have to take and patch up to get things to stand up. So you trying to make a little money, you know, you have to go and spend extra money to go and buy back a tent to give somebody.
On Monday afternoon, Assistant Superintendent of Police Simon Douglas issued a statement informing the general public that Hillsborough and Granby Street, which were closed to accommodate the vendors, will be reopened for traffic and the vendors will be moved to Melville Street.
Due to excessive traffic congestion caused by the vending, which was allowed on Granby Street and Hillsborough Street in the town of St. George, today, December 18th, 2023. As of tomorrow, Tuesday, December 19th, all vendors in those areas will be relocated to Melville Street, close to the fish market, and appeals for your full cooperation as we endeavor as much as possible to facilitate the safety and convenience of everyone this Christmas season. And
Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Christmas is upon us, and Grenadians have been expressing different views on how the Christmas season is progressing. Around this time of year, people tend to engage in the traditional Christmas cleaning and other preparations at home, along with the usual hustle and bustle of Christmas shopping. GBN took to the streets of St. George today to find out how the season is coming together.
It's all right, you know, it's a little bit slow, but, you know, things is a little bit slow. You know, there are a lot of people that, you know, don't have the means and so, you know, but I think it's all right.
I've seen a lot of movements with people. I see a lot of people sitting on the street, which is a sign around this time every year. That's how it is. To be honest with you, I don't celebrate Christmas.
Christmas and shopping good for me because I'm elderly. I ain't see nothing. Not just a little pension I get in and I ain't nothing else. A little nice and a little small thing. The other years I spend like better Christmas.
You're broke or anything, thank God you have life, health and strength, and you live to see another, because no people don't live to see Christmas. Watch, Christmas will be right there and some people still. Imagine we have like Christmas the next week. Watch, you have some people dying tonight, they're waking up. So yeah, thank God for still with the end of this out. Sometimes I might go and sleep today and like tonight and don't wake up. But thank God my heart pumping, my two children are right, and everything good.
Christmas not shaping bad, I just a little bit low on funds and that kind of hurting me, but everything going well so far. I eating nice food, sorrel, cake and thing. Other than the money, I'm doing fine.
Rough, but I'm alive. Giving God thanks and praise.
You see, I find everybody shopping for the money, man. The money a day. Yeah, money on it. Going good, everything going good for now. On my behalf.
Christmas, there's the Romans that bring Christmas. Wait is Christmas is normally 25th of August, not December. So it's that money making thing. You understand? To take away money from poor people. So I don't think of Christmas. I find it quiet. Yeah man, very quiet. Yeah.
Just enjoying the Christmas, wearing nice clothes, nice shoes, everything.
All right, talk about that one. All right, so assurances this Christmas season that the polymer EC notes are a bit more difficult for perpetrators to forge, so there isn't need to worry relative to counterfeit notes. Christina John has the rest of the details on this one.
The population is being reminded that it is an offense to deface any currency note. The increased hustle and bustle of the Christmas season, the rapid pace and increased level of business transactions to accommodate the larger than usual volume of shoppers help to create an atmosphere that criminal elements prey on. With the usual rush of shoppers and store clerks trying to serve everyone, there's an increased chance of accepting counterfeit currency. Senator Martin Joseph, Superintendent of Police and Executive Director of the Office of the Anti-Money Laundering Commission, said they have not had any reports of counterfeit notes since the EC polymer note came into circulation. So far, 6 denominations of the EC polymer notes are in circulation: $100, $50, $20, $10, and $5 notes, and most recently, the commemorative issue of the $2 notes.
Well, as you would know that people would always try their best to counterfeit monies or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be monies, but anything. Paper, documents, people will always try their best to counterfeit. Before, we would have had a wide array of counterfeiting of the paper notes. That's the one that is used with cotton to make the paper. But since after the introduction of the polymer synthetic notes, you have seen a drastic decline, even to zero, of any form of counterfeiting taking place.
Superintendent Joseph said other currencies such as the US dollar have fallen victim to forgeries. If counterfeit notes are used in a transaction, the loss will be that of the service provider who accepts a counterfeit note.
There's always cases, again with US currency, time and time again, you have notes like US currency has been counterfeited, and to the extent is what might be in circulation outside there as compared to what has been reported, except one or two will just try to get through some of the system and end up in the financial institution. Again, with the pound sterling, as you know, the pound sterling, they have moved to, they said, polymer notes, and at some point in time, I think they will move to polymer with the 50 pound notes. So polymer is what people are going after right now.
The executive director encourages continued vigilance at this time of the year.
To members of the public, wherever you are, whether it's in the countryside, in the city, especially where people are very busy and always want to make that ultimate dollar. Despite that is the case, be vigilant. Look for your currency. Take a look at it. If you have a question about a note, you don't find it look good. You don't have that thought that it is not something is your gut feeling tells you that something is not real about that note. You could avoid and refuse to accept it.
Christina John, GBN News.
This story to report 21 years and 9 months for the offense of unlawful carnal knowledge. That sentence was handed down to 70-year-old Isaac Huddle by High Court Judge Madam Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's #1 High Court today, with the primary focus of deterrence and prevention. Nisha Paul tells us more.
The sentence comes approximately 3 months after the beaten St. David resident was found guilty by jury of the unspeakable crime which was committed against a young girl under the age of 13 at his home in 2020. In handing down the lengthy sentence, Justice Guilford expressed the view that the crime was premeditated, noting that the elderly man has a history of committing similar offenses. As part of his sentence, Hurdle was also ordered to undergo cognitive behavioral therapy for the offense, which carries a maximum penalty of 30 years imprisonment or face an additional 6 months incarceration. He was represented in the matter by attorney Anselm Clouden.
Well, I can't repeat the facts, but the allegation is that he had intercourse with her at his place, and she was underage, and the jury found him guilty. We went through a long trial, and he was sentenced today to 21 years, 9 months.
The defense attorney has indicated that there are no plans to appeal against the sentence. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Police are seeking assistance of the public in locating Celine, a 51-year-old citizen of France. She is of Caucasian descent, slim-built with straight nose and straight blonde hair. There she is on screen. Ms. Celine arrived in Grenada on Monday, December 18, 2023. She last spoke with her friend on that day and has neither been seen nor heard from since. Anyone seeing Celine or having any information regarding her whereabouts is asked to contact Central Police Station 440-2244, Police Emergency 911, Police Hotline 444-1958, or the nearest police station. A special appeal is being made to management and staff of hotels, guest houses, and Airbnb accommodation providers to verify whether Ms. Celine may have checked in to their premises. Last evening, the Grenada Broadcasting Network reported the story of an illegal scrap metal site in River Road, St. George, which has become a nuisance in the community. It is one of 2 scrap yards ordered to shut down by the authorities on Monday. More in this report from Christina John.
2 illegal scrap metal processing operations have been ordered to stop operations following an early morning maneuver carried out by multiple stakeholders involving the Ministry of Climate Resilience, Renewable Energy and the Environment, Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, Physical Planning Authority, the Ministry of Health and the Royal Grenada Police Force, with support from Rainbow Waste Services, solid waste contractors for the affected River Road community. The salvaging site located at River Road and Caliste in St. George were cordoned off with police caution tape following discussions with the operators and instructions given to not go beyond the installed caution line and to await word from the team on the next course of action. The action was taken in light of ongoing public health, environmental, acoustic, and traffic concerns emerging from both operations, as well as risks presented to adjoining properties, such as fires from burning and exposure to residents and commuters to chemicals and other toxins. Both site operators were appraised of the provisions of the legislation pertaining to the illegal operations by the RGPF officer. Compliance manager at the Solid Waste Management Authority, Mr. Godfrey Fleming, stated that operations of a similar nature will be carried out during the Yuletide season as the authority aims to effect legislation pertaining to improper waste management. The early morning exercise was witnessed by Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, Ms. Perron Johnson. Operations continue on Wednesday in Mungie, St. George, and other areas island-wide. Christina John, GBN News.
Well, torrential rains battered the tongue of Grenville on Tuesday. It's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens. Stay with us.
A good eye catches all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Grenville, the tongue of St. Andrew, faced yet another bout of flooding this morning as heavy rains inundated the area. This was highlighted in tonight's GBN eyesore submission. This unfortunate occurrence highlights the tongue's vulnerability to flooding, a recurrent issue that has persisted over time. Grenville has been prone to flooding for an extended period, with various factors contributing to its susceptibility, including the tongue's topography, inadequate draining system, and the impact of heavy rainfall, which exacerbates the existing challenges. Tonight's flooding underscores the need for comprehensive measures to address the tongue's vulnerability to natural disasters. We thank our citizen journalists for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Why wish upon a star?
This Christmas, make all your wishes come true with Co-op Bank. Get 100% financing on new vehicles and up to $50,000 cash with discounted rates. No security required. Drive out in style. Make those home renovations. Treat your family and friends and get everything on your Christmas list this year. Apply today and you can be one of 5 lucky customers to win a shopping spree. Or how about some extra fuel for that new ride? And that's not all. Use our electronic banking channels to do transactions and win big. Have it all as you wish this Christmas with Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home. I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am a VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Happy holidays from Grenlec. Get ready to glow this season. We've got something special for you. Join our holiday promotion using the Grenlec mobile app and make sure your account's up to date. Then click the promotion link in the news section and you could win up to $1,500 in electricity credit. See terms and conditions. Promotion ends December 31st, 2023. With the Grenlec mobile app, you're ready to glow with Grenlec this holiday season.
As we celebrate 50 years of independence, Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso. One stage, one show, Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play with a hungry, she raise her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home.
With ever-rising energy costs, Southern Electrical can provide you with affordable, complete solar systems for your home or business. Reduce your utility bill to zero. Have power independence. Go green by harnessing the free energy that sunlight provides in our warm, sunny, tropical climate. We supply off-grid solar systems which are great for remote areas without utility power, as well as grid-tied and hybrid systems. We can customize your system to your needs, ranging from 1.5 kilowatts to 1 megawatt systems. Start saving today so that you can have extra money to go on family vacations, do home renovations, or further invest in renewable energy to generate electricity for income.
You want to get an insight into your life? Are you willing to find astrological solutions? Master Shivrudra, the world's best psychic and spiritual healer with competency in other services too. He has guided many people who are going through a situation to find solutions to their problems and use astrological remedies for positivity. He provides services to get your ex-love back, negative energy removal, family problem solutions, health problem, and many more.
He located at Grenada CT, Georges. Call him or WhatsApp +1 for 735375939.
A glimmer in your skin.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Welcome, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. It's 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. And as I promised you, I'm joined this morning by a good old mate of, well, not old. We're not old, you know. But we sat almost on the same desk in McDonald College for a number of years. He's now a senior police officer and a man of the cloth, if you want to refer him to as that. I'm speaking to none other than Mr. Loxley John. Morning, bro.
Good morning.
Yeah.
It's really nice to be here.
We look as though we're still in McDonald College, eh?
Well, whenever McDonald College past students get together, just brings back a whole lot of memories.
I've been calling for us to have a class of 88, 89 function where all of us could, just come back and reminisce the days when we, we provoke Mr. Duncan and we give Mr. Bowler some trouble and Mr. Glean and Nico would pass and just give us a rap. You remember those days?
Yeah. Well, actually, we have a class of 87. We have a chat.
Okay.
We actually had a couple get-togethers just before COVID.
Okay.
And we were actually planning a grand reunion, but
we have to do that. We have to do something like that. I know they had this 50th or something anniversary going on, but it seemed to have fallen through the cracks because I haven't heard much about it again. Scholar, I'm calling on you. Yes. And folks, they came to an interview and I just didn't hear much about it again. But this morning you are here in a different portfolio. You're here as an author this morning. And during the pre-conversation before we come to the set, Loxley was saying that while at McDonald College, he wished that the only subjects that could have been taught were English and English A and English B, what we call literature and English. Yeah. Give me. I did not see you coming for. I knew you were going to be a police officer. All right, I knew that because you were always neatly attired. Loxley will come to school, and the same way he entered the school in the morning is the same way he left with his clothes. All his Sims and clean and everything. So I knew you were going to be a police officer, but the Arthur thing, I didn't see that coming.
Maybe a lot of people didn't see it coming, but I remember clearly having what we used to call this 5 subjects notebook.
Yeah, the black and white.
Yeah.
Those were the big.
Yeah. And I used to just write short stories and essays, even without being given an assignment by the teacher. I remember Miss Fletcher, she taught me English language, I think, in Form 3.
Language or literature?
No, she taught me English language for a while. Mm-hmm. And she took my notebook one day, and she saw these short stories and the essays that I wrote without, and they were not assignments. Many of them were not assignments. And I kept that notebook for a long time. And after I left school, it just vanished, and I don't know what it is. But I enjoyed writing, and so ever since I was at school. So maths and chemistry and so were never my...
I liked maths, but the one I had complications with was physics, but eventually I got through it. When you remember when we had Mr. Land and Mr. Finlayson, Mr. Williams taught maths. They were 2-piece co-workers. Mr. Williamson taught maths and Mr. Finlayson taught physics. And he was that diver. He would show us pictures, but he was actually in the Reader's Digest. That book, Discovery Book, man, show us where he was diving in the book. But in any case, we're here not to reminisce on school days. You becoming an author, that was inbuilt in you, and you went on. You're now, what's your rank? ASP?
Superintendent.
Wow. My God, that's you run up the ranks fast, boy. You're doing something right, or you're saying the right things. But nonetheless, I mean, in addition to being a superintendent of police, that is a demanding job, very demanding. But you still found time to pen not 1 but 2 books.
I mean it is time consuming, because you have to write sometimes at night when it is peaceful and so sometimes you have to spend time away from your family, loved ones. and not only that, but there are times you have to write and rewrite, write and rewrite, and so because sometimes the concepts just do not come readily, So there are times when I'm writing and for a period of time, like I have a blackout, and the idea is just not flowing. And then there are days when the ideas will just flow, and you'll just wish you could sit there and just write for the whole day. But I find time. I do a lot of writing at nights and on weekends. So I'll have to thank my family for that, because there are times when I'll just ignore them and just be in the computer just writing.
Okay. I know a few local authors that are making some inroads. So 2 books, that's 2 books to your name already, and there will be more coming. So give us an idea as to the progression. The first one, what is it all about?
The first one, I became a Christian in 1998 thereabouts. And I had some struggles. You become a new believer, and you're out in the world, and now you're trying to live a completely new life. So you are going to...
we know the devil ain't going to leave you at ease.
Exactly. And so I penned the first book on that premise. With the hope that I can encourage some other person who might have been going through, or who would become a Christian and may face the same kind of challenges, because the challenges are that I face are not unique to me.
All right.
Yes. And so this is the reason why I penned the first book, and I called it Growing in Christ When I Was a Child. So when I was a child in Christ. That's
Let me just show my audience. So folks, you see, this is his book, Growing in Christ When I Was a Child, by Loxley P. John.
So that book was published in 2019. And let me tell you, I wrote, but I had no idea what publishing a book was about. All I know, I wrote. And then one day I went on the internet and I was searching for publishers, and a couple publishers got back to me, and I sent it out. I sent out the manuscript to 2 publishers, and both of them accepted, wanted to publish the book, but I was looking at the cost. It was
costly.
It is costly, and eventually I went with Zondervan and Nelson. Okay. Because they are a Christian publishing company, and so they gave me a good deal, and I published the first book. But yeah, it was premised on the just to encourage people,
right,
who might be young Christians, not necessarily young in age,
right, but young Christians. Because when you get converted, you're born again, so you have to grow again.
In Christ,
yeah,
exactly.
You have to grow again.
And so this is the premise on which the first book was written.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the second book?
The second book, I was in Barbados during COVID. That's I was attached to the RSS at the time, and so I was living alone. Nobody in Barbados. And during the lockdown, the only company I had was the TV, and CNN was my favorite channel for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that the looking at CNN was depressing, and you're hearing the amount of deaths and things. You're hearing of people who committing suicide, and people who are attempting to commit suicide, people who just couldn't cope
with the COVID pandemic.
Yeah. And then when I call home, I'm being told the same thing, that there are people who attempting suicide and so, and I thought, why don't I write a book, to encourage people to hold on. So really and truly the premises are almost
the same, yeah.
But I call this book now, Overcomers Don't Quit, Quitters Don't Overcome.
That's a nice,
because I felt that to be an overcomer, you cannot quit.
Yeah.
And God, something? There is something in the book, in that first book that I wrote, that has remained with me. When I was at McDonald College, my last year at McDonald College, I never was an athlete. I used to play cricket.
Yeah,
I never ran.
I know you could bowl.
I never ran.
Yes.
And I was in Wright House.
I was Fridays.
Right.
So we always competed.
And they called me to run a relay. In the last relay, the point standing was
4x4.
Yeah, the point standing was very close. And I said, well, I've never run before. This is my last year in McDonald College. I
ain't doing it now.
They called me and they tell me, so I entered the race.
You were in Wright House, so that means Miss King would have been and
so
she's persuasive.
So I entered the race, and the guy in front of me, he was doing good, but I was gaining on him.
Yeah.
And I was here in the crowd,
Yeah.
But somehow, boy,
you pull it.
Things wasn't going right for me, and it seemed like the guy just pressed on the gas, and I bolted. I ran through the crowd, and I was told later that if I had stayed in the race and come third, Wrights would have won, and that thing has stayed with me. So now, as I become a police officer, if I leave home to run in the morning, and I take a route, and somewhere on the road I find I'm tired, that thing
comes back
to me, and I keep going. Because if you quit,
you can't win.
You can't win.
Yeah.
And what would you rejoice about?
Yeah. And if you won, it is a result of not quitting.
It's a result of not quitting.
Yeah.
I mean, the story was told of a guy who was swimming across a lake, and when he got halfway, he felt, well, no, I can't make it anymore. So he turned and
went back
from whence he came.
Yeah, and it was halfway.
He was halfway. So he swam
equidistant,
Yes.
Had he gone forward, yeah. There's something else that came out from McDonald College. Mr. Charles always said, he used that word, stick-to-itiveness.
Stick-to-itiveness. I heard that word often.
Yes, stick-to-itiveness.
Yes.
You want to do POB, you want to do well in school, you have to adopt that philosophy of stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah.
Sticking to it. It will.
Because you see, there are always going to be challenges.
Yeah. Can't get away from that.
One way or the other, there are always going to be challenges. I was studying for an associate degree in human resource management, and I didn't have all the money.
Right.
And then they introduced maths.
So that in itself discouraged you, right?
And honestly, I thought about quitting, and then I said, I go back to this thing,
winners don't quit.
You know, and I just felt I couldn't quit.
Yeah.
And I completed the study. I mean, before maths was introduced, I was going at a 3.9. I ended up with a 3.6.
Okay. So in that case, one of the mathematical principles was applied. The principle of subtraction. Subtracted.
Exactly.
Yeah, but back to the book now. As a local author, what's there in it? I mean, I know that the focal point for you would be the message that gets across, but writing books is business.
Yeah.
What's there in it for you as an author? You spent your money to publish?
Well, yeah, it is not. It is expensive to publish, and when you publish the book, then you have to promote the book, and so which is another set of monies. Yeah. And so, but you would hope that down the line, because I mean, you'll have royalties and so to get. You hope down the line that so even if in the first couple of years you do not make anything, you'll hope that down the line, you know, because you have your rights and so.
Yeah, it could be a sort of retirement plan.
Yeah. So, but I think what is important is that you get your audience or people to read and to have an idea of what you're thinking about, and so I think that is the important thing. So, for instance, in the second book, Overcomers Don't Quit, Quitters Don't Overcome, I used characters from the Bible.
Okay.
People who would have overcome their challenges, people like David and Nehemiah.
That's the first name I had in mind. David,
yeah.
I'm a David.
But I also used folks like Nelson Mandela. And when you think what he went through to ensure that South Africa was free, I used the story of the PS in the Ministry of Finance, Mike Sylvester.
Right.
When you think of the humble background that he came from and the struggles that he went through in order to qualify himself, and look what Kirani.
Look at Kirani.
And there is another guy who went to school around the same time, Hainsley Edwards from around Rosehill area.
Yeah, he had a false name we used to call him, yes?
Yes, but I can't remember now. But when I heard this guy's stories, I asked them for permission to publish the stories in the book.
Okay.
And when you hear the stories of where they came from, the struggles that they went through, it was enough for them to just say, you know what?
End of story. Yeah, just what BB.
Hainsley has his own company now.
Yeah.
You know, and Micah is going to be the PS in the Ministry of Finance and everything. So I mean, and that's the message that I think I want people to get from it. So even if the book doesn't bring in the kind of revenue per se, but I think once somebody's encouraged to hold on and to persevere, I think this is
that is enough pay for you. That's the reason why I tell people sometimes the best pay is not necessarily cash.
No. Sometimes the best pay is when somebody come up and tell you,
"Job well done."
Job well done.
Yeah.
Or not only job well done, but your work has helped me.
Yeah. Gratification.
Yes.
Yeah. So if people who are listening and viewing the program and they want to get this book, how could they get this book?
Well, I have copies in my possession, so they can always contact me 404-2357, and I have copies of both books in my possession. But both books are listed on Amazon.
Okay.
So people who are living out of the country and are desirous of having a copy can go to Amazon and then you can go also to my website, loxleypjohn.net, and they can
make the orders there.
Yeah.
Wow. And how has it been going thus far?
Well, actually, before I went to Barbados, the sale for the first book was doing great. All right. Of course, I went to Barbados, so sales kind of and then when I came back, I got a few copies sold. This book I've only had it just a couple of weeks, and I must say the orders have been good. But what I didn't want to do was to sell many copies of the book before I launched
it. Oh, so yeah, when is the launch?
And I will be launching on the 22nd, that's Friday.
Okay.
And that will be at the Pavilion in Plains. I don't know if you know that place.
Come on, who doesn't? That was my parking spot when I go to the arena.
all right. Yeah. So we will be there. So we'll be doing both books because I didn't launch the first one.
Okay.
The first one, when I planned the launch, I just had to pack up and go to Barbados.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to wish you all the best. You make me proud. I know Mr. Neville Glenn is watching in Shantyman, and he will say that was my boy.
Yeah, and that was my English teacher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I used to say that's the best English teacher.
Yeah. Now I used to rap me too much. I plan anytime he reach on the wheelchair, I go in and give him a like a ride on the wheelchair, back in him back around.
You know, we had this book, Mastering Modern English. And we had this thing, PC Fat, you know.
Yes.
And Mr. Glenn was.
Yes. There's a word that I misspelled once, and I not misspelled it, and I just forgot to put the I. And Mr. Glenn laughed me. He called Nico, and he said, Nico, look what you write. Look what Tom Sledge write. But again, I'm very happy and proud of you. I know your family will be very proud of you, and in the end, as Mr. Duncan would say, keep up the esprit of McDonald College.
Yeah, and Gordon, I have been writing, and I have done a number of other work several other work that hopefully I'll be able to publish soon. So I'll keep that up, and it's a challenge.
Yeah.
But I think the reward from it is when you see the final product, and it's.
I have a book to write, but I'm still conceptualizing it. I'm just going to write one, and that one book is going to cover all aspects of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to encourage people. I mean, I think there are so many people in Grenada who are writing now. I think, we have the Grenada Authors Association. I think, I have to be a member. I want to be a member of that.
Right.
But I want to encourage people to just put the ideas to...
Put it to paper.
Yeah, put it to paper.
Put it to paper.
Yeah.
Congrats and all the best.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Saltando Alta Petimas. Yes.
I was there. I was the chairman for the last graduation, right?
No, Mr. Andal has to touch base with me. I told him this year for sports coming up, I will support Friday's House, and he promised to be in touch with me for the inauguration of the new students, if that's the right word. And so, for morning, McDonald College, past and present students and teachers.
Yes.
Okay, so Loxley, all the best.
Thank
and
you so much.
I definitely will read the books, and I'll be using it as a base for a lot of my comments here on on the program, because I know there are thoughts and ideas in there that I can use.
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
So I get copyright permission to use it already. All right. Folks, we take a quick break. We'll be back after this. When I come back, I speak with Rita Augustine, representing Real Value IGA. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
With a vacation, boy.
This Christmas, Digicel is here to make your Christmas wishes come true. With our Wishmas promotion, giving you more of what you want and what truly matters to you. So, what are you wishing for?
I want real money.
A PS5! So what are you waiting for? Switch, activate, pay your bill, sign up, and share your wishes with us at digicelgrenada.com.
Santa, all I want for Christmas is a brand new iPhone.
Our holiday elves are working tirelessly to bring your wishes to life.
Could do that new kitchen now, boy.
Make this Christmas truly unforgettable with Digicel. Win weekly shopping sprees as we sprinkle more joy and happiness in your life. Merry Christmas from Digicel, where wishes come true.
Imagine a Christmas where you decide the gifts. Win exquisite furniture, delectable festive food, and a vibrant house facelift. The best part? You choose how much of each you desire, tailoring your perfect Christmas blend. Simply shop with us this festive season, and you could be one of many lucky winners. Whether you engage online, join our community events, or shop in store, multiple ways lead to winning. And every week, win delightful surprises just for being a part of our festive spirit. Real Value IGA Supermarket, where you tailor and we deliver the Christmas magic.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues at 16 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. And I'm joined now on the Zoom platform, Ms. Rita Augustine, representing Real Value IGA. Good morning, Rita.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
How are you?
I am good. How is your Christmas shaping?
Well, Christmas is wonderful, you know? Wonderful. Yes, really wonderful, really wonderful. From Real Value IGA's perspective, I had a team last week on the program, and wow, when I heard of the promotions that are taking place there, I am in awe. What's happening?
Absolutely. But today, why I'm here is just basically invite people to come on down today. Last Saturday we had our 5th draw, and it have to have 7 draw. Christmas is Monday.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a draw today.
All right. And what are we drawing for today?
This campaign is on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we drawing for today?
Okay, so it's a campaign that every Saturday we normally do a $6,000 draw. Food, furniture, and paint.
Food, furniture, and paint. Okay.
Food. So can you imagine that combination?
That's a complete Christmas package.
Match.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all of these is complements Real Value IGA, Personal, and Systems Paint.
Okay.
So today we're going to do another draw. Last week before winner, it was such a nice moment because that winner based overseas.
Really?
And And yeah, but when she said she doesn't want to give it to a home.
Right.
And I was proud to be. I was happy to see that she donated it to the Bel Air home for the children down there at Calais.
Okay.
So they were a lucky winner. I felt last week was one of the most, deep one for me to see.
It was touching.
That, and how it happened. And so we've decided to do another draw today, Wednesday, down at IGA, because holiday, and then we will be doing one on Christmas Eve. That's a Sunday.
Okay, so you're actually open this Sunday as well?
We open on Sunday. Listen, Mr. Joseph, let me tell you, prizes will be won. You yourself can just come along to Real Value, and just like that, I may see you and we could make like a dance, or we sing a little extempo. You never know.
Me.
And just like that, you can win something. So am I invited
Rita girl, yes, I want you to know, me and dabble in no more in extempo. Yeah.
But you see, and that's it. And just like that, you win something.
Okay.
So we just want to invite people to come on down to Real Value IG Supermarket today from 3 to 5, and we'll be doing a weekly draw. Prices will be won right through. Right.
Okay. And let me ask this: so what has the response been thus far since the promotion started? Can you say that you've seen more people coming in?
Yes, absolutely. And the fun fact about it also, the children, man. The children, I get children to do TikTok dances, the TikTok dances. We get them to do jumping jacks, whatever they can do.
Okay.
And just like that, they get to win something. Children like.
Rita Mildred Smith says good morning.
Oh, hi, Miss Mildred. How are you?
Yes, Mr. Gordon, tell Miss Augustine hi for me, please.
Right.
So you just come on my program and you have followers already. You see what I'm talking about?
Absolutely. Well, I think the followers are for you, because it's me. They know me.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Grenadians love a deal. We love a deal. We love the steal of a deal. So, when does the program end? When does that campaign end?
On Sunday,
Christmas Eve. Okay, so the program ends on Sunday. And today, when folks come in, you say from 3 to 5?
Well, you know what? As soon as Real Value Supermarket open, they can shop.
Okay.
Go shop, get your receipt, sign your name, your number, your contact number where you live, and drop it in that big green wheel. There's this big green wheel.
Okay.
We can just go. And imagine, you go to Real Value, you buy a Coke, just a Coke. You sign your name on the receipt and drop it in that wheel, and then automatically withdraw, and it's your name. So imagine you can spend $4 for a Coke
and get $6,000 worth of risk.
Right.
Wow.
That's the catch.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, well, I'll give you the opportunity once again to just invite the whole of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique to come into Real Value.
Absolutely. So Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, wherever you're from, you're jumping down from that plane today. As soon as you get down, come on down to Real Value IG Supermarket. Shop, write your name on the receipt, drop it in the wheel, and you never know, you can be that lucky winner. We also have giveaway going on right through the week, so come down to Real Value, and you'll see me down there later also.
Okay, so that's the deal, right? When I enter the store later, just tell whosoever is closest to us on the desk that giving us a little tempo, and I'll drop a little X tempo.
I'll be there. You see me, I'll call you out as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and we'll drop a little X tempo.
Let's do this together.
And I'll smile when I'm leaving, right?
Yeah, you'll be happy.
I'll sign some autographs and leave.
Absolutely.
But I want to take the opportunity and wish you and all the folks at Real Value, not just the management and staff, but all the customers who have been very supportive, patronizing right through the year. And it's important, it's indicative that Real Value is the customer's store, in that right through the year you shop. So this is a time when they're saying, hey, for your support throughout the year, here's our gratitude, here's our thank you. We're giving you away this. And that's good.
And I'm happy that Real Value IG have always been there for the homes in Grenada also.
Yeah.
All the homes, they have been doing their best for them. And I want to remind the public that Real Value is not just for the HGU students and the folks in Lansing. It's for everybody.
Right, lovely. Lovely.
So
lovely.
we're asking them to come on down.
Come and be a part of, join the family of Real Value.
Of Christmas.
Yeah.
Be in the Christmas spirit.
Right. Yeah.
Jump
join.
up, dance. We have fun.
Yeah. Join the Real Value IGA family.
Join us, and you just so you can win. But I'm looking forward to see you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm serious.
You definitely will see me. You definitely will see me. Okay, so our Christmas and season's greetings to the management and staff at Real Value IG and your customers, coming from the management and staff of the GBN, and we look forward to more and more collaborative efforts, and keep up the good works.
And thank you so much for having me this morning.
The pleasure is always ours, all right?
Yes.
Have a good one.
All right.
Folks, I've been speaking there with Rita Augustine, representing Real Value IG, encouraging you to come on down to shop and win with Real Value. We take our final commercial break in the segment, and then we come back with a wrap.
This month on Caribbean Medical.
The pediatrician's main role is to care for the health of children, and that caring starts from birth all the way up to the young adult stage.
When it comes to child development, it's very important to be aware of how your child is developing. Since before birth, children, especially the neurological system, develops at a very rapid pace.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical right here on this station.
Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday.
On this Christmas episode of Caribbean Passport, there is holiday cheer from Barbados to the Bahamas. We take in the musical talents of the Love Movement, the Carters, and Ray Holman. And of course, our taste buds will be satisfied. All this and more on this holiday edition of Caribbean Passport, right here on this station.
to mention the wing kai, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power that.
It is kind of like you say man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We've got 3 minutes. Do you still want to talk with me for 3 minutes? I'll give you the opportunity to just call, and if there's something pertinent that you don't want to share, but of course, you've got to be brief. The line is already there. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent. I just want to ask people to reflect and consider the plight of the people in Sudan. Millions of people who look like us, who's like us. Okay. On the real torturous situation as sponsored by United Arab Emirates, who is also posturing as some care of the environment.
Okay.
Or climate change. So I just want people to reflect and focus on the mass suffering of the people of Sudan. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. Yolan Swan says, Mr. Joseph, I would like to send out condolences to the Williams and Smith families from Upper St. John's on the passing of Henry Smith. Rest in perfect peace. Hermione Jawir says, good morning, everyone. Rodney George, blessed morning, Mr. Gordon, also known as Innocent. This is Baba Desi brother, watching live from Trinidad. What's up? Well, I'm good, bro. How are you doing? Can't remember what the face looks like, but all the best. Right. Good morning, my brother from Brooklyn, New York. So says Arthur Langain. Arthur, good morning, papi. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Okay. There seems to be some contentions brewing as it relates to the moving of the vendors. All right, there's a back and forth going and going on that. All right, someone on WhatsApp says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Grenada. Have a blessed day, sir. And that's Erlin. I can't remember Erlin, but good morning to you too. Morning, Miss G and family. How you all doing? Hope you all are doing fine. We do have time to accommodate another caller. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Yeah, concerning the vendors, I mean, honestly speaking, I know the area there, like many others, and I think that area there is very foul in truth. Not only with the fish market itself, but with all the other things that happen there. I think probably the police could look at that street when you come down Melville Street, and then you turn left to go up St. John Street, and then there is the first right. That whole street there, why they don't block that up, no parking, and put the vendors there, which is much better, because even for people to go in that area there in Melville Street, even though you want to buy something, the scent alone will put you off. So I believe probably they could consider that area, and then Granby Street where they normally do it. So when you come down Market Hill, you swing up, then you swing down, and then you go around and you go back. So those two streets is adjacent to each other. That they could put the vendors there for the Christmas period and then think about something later on in 2024.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day, bro.
Okay, you too.
All right. Folks, this is where we've got to call it off as it relates to the calling. Good morning to everyone. Love from Jermaine in Montreal. Good morning, Jermaine. Thanks for touching base with us. Good morning, Mr. Gordon. I want to say thanks to the police of the St. Paul's Police Station. They were walking through the community of Laborie, giving tips on how to protect your homes for the festive season, etc. Thumbs up. Much appreciation. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Well, let me tell you something. There's a gentleman that is attached to that police station. He might be the officer in charge. Inspector, I think he's inspector or superintendent or what. Leon McQuinn. And he is a boss. You understand what I'm saying? So expect that and much more once he's around. Good morning, Mr. McQueen and family. All right? Yeah, they're doing what? But should we still call them the St. Paul's Police Station? In Laborie Police Station? Folks, nonetheless, this is where I've got to end it for today. It's been a pleasure being around with you and for that segment. And if the good Lord spare lives, we'll have one again tomorrow. Remember, be safe on the nation's roads. All right? Be safe. That's all I can tell you. Look out for who is not looking out for you and looking out for themselves. Okay? I love you. Bye-bye.